to a very special episode here on my main channel, Oshay Duke Jackson. You guys know that I was off this channel for about like 3 months. You know, I was in YouTube jail, but you know what I'm saying. We back on the main channel, man, with my man Locario fan, and you guys know he's no stranger to the channel. He's no stranger to this part of YouTube. He's the bad boy at a dating game, and he really killed it on the last show that we had on my other channel. And today we got a great show: how to overcome being an incel and overcoming your approach anxiety, brother. So welcome back to the show, man. What's going on?
What's popping? What's the deal, man? I appreciate you having me on again. You know, I'm always having a good time here, man, for real. What's going on with you, man?
Nah, man, it's all good, bro. I just want to know something, you know, because let me make sure that I got everything set up. You did make a video the other day about how to overcome approach anxiety. But you did listen to a particular show that I did with a guy who is a self-identified incel.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about that, because you did actually listen to the whole entire show, yeah?
Yeah, I heard the whole thing. I was like interested, because I'm always interested in hearing guys who are having trouble with the game. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and I heard about incels like before they even got popular like that, like years ago and all that. Even, you know, when most people know about that dude Elliot Rodger who went on that killing spree or whatever. I remember watching a video he did that one of my friends sent me, and I actually made a response video to a video he did, and it got put up and it got a lot of hits, and it was on my old channel that got taken down. But then literally like maybe a week after I put up that video, he went on that killing spree and just started going crazy and shit. And I was like, damn, you know, and I'm like, I mean, people was telling me this, like, damn, they wish that he would have heard my video. Maybe that would have changed his mind, or who knows? I don't know. But I'm just like, it's crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to paint all like the incels like they're crazy. Like, I'm just using him as an example of like how long dude's been, you know, on that, and you know, when I heard about it and all that other stuff. So
okay. Let me kind of talk to you about because a lot of guys, this particular dude emailed me wanting to come on to the show, wanting to kind of tell his story. At first I was like, because I get a lot of emails like that now, but this dude kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna give this guy a chance. Right. Why do you think these guys are so mentally defeated?
Right. Well, the thing is this, you know, if you're in a situation a lot of times when things aren't going your way, you know what I mean, or you're not getting the results you want, you know, you start to feel down. You know, it's like it's a thing you just figure like, damn, I guess, well, I'm not good enough. Nobody wants me. You know, I can't make anything happen. And then also you're seeing other people getting success, and then you think, well, everybody else is doing the things that I want to do. How come I can't get it? So it's almost like you feel like there's you know, there's nothing you can do. You feel hopeless. You know what I mean? And so you don't see anything happening for you. You don't see anything going up. You don't see any progress. And you think, well, this is just how it's naturally going to be for me, and I just have to accept my lot in life. You know what I'm saying? And so since they have that mentality, that becomes their identity. And this is what people don't understand, is that a lot of times when you identify with a certain thing, you'll fight in tooth and nail to keep that identity. So even at the detriment to getting success. So a person that's considers themselves the incel, their identity is to be that guy who's not having sex, that guy that no one wants. So if you try to help them, sometimes they don't want the help because they actually want to keep that identity. You see what I mean? Is that crazy? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, you know. Like,
let's talk about that, because I don't know if you heard the part. I'm not a dating coach. I'm nowhere on the level of Locario fan, man. You know, I'm not Alan Roger Curry or anybody like that, or Donovan Sharp or Rom. You know, especially when it comes to like I was like you and Alan Roger Curry, because you guys deal with this, you know, primarily all the time. I mean, you have a lot of content on the matter. But I was listening to some of the things that he was saying, and you know, for example, he was reading a book called like, you know, how to make friends or something like this.
How to win friends and influence people. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Let's talk about, you know, the bad tactics that maybe, I mean, I don't know. Would you recommend using a book like this to attract women?
Not necessarily. That book, because I read that book, and it's more so just learning how to, I guess, be likable to people in general. But see, that's a whole different monster than actually trying to learn how to be attractive to women. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the principles in that book, there's certain things that can help you out, but it's not necessarily catered or directly, in that direction of you learning how to get women. You know what I mean? So it's two different things. So I think what it is that when guys need to learn when they want to learn the game, they have to learn specifically from someone who's doing the thing that they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if you want to learn how to get a lot of girls, you got to talk to a guy who's getting a lot of girls. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? So you have to go directly to that source. So that book, it's fine in general, but it's not necessarily directly to that thing. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help you out specifically with getting with women. You know what I'm saying? So, so it is.
Let me do this, guys. For those of you who don't know, this gentleman on the other side, this is Locario fan. You can guys go into the description. I know the notifications. We have like 69 people watching because I haven't been on this channel for a long time. But guys, we will be getting a lot of replays on this. So if you're new, you want to go subscribe to Locario, go into the description, hit the bell, and we're gonna do that. And also, shout out to Reno, Nevada, donating a little bit of change for a lot of game. Thanks, brothers. Appreciate you, real quick. Reno, let me kind of get to this real quick, Locario. That is this. A lot of guys suffer from approach anxiety.
Right.
And I figured that this is a topic, because even me, as much as a player as I am, let me put my glasses on so y'all really know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to get it twisted. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, even me, and I'm an outgoing person. Sometimes, man, when I'm approaching somebody, I get a little nervous, stuff like this. But what about the guys like these brothers who've never had sex? I'm gonna be interviewing a guy tonight that's 30 and a virgin. Mm-hmm. Okay, the most he's ever done is like play with a girl's elbows or some shit like that. I'm serious. How can a guy? Where do you start off if you are really, really, really nervous and approaching women? Mm-hmm. Where do you start off from?
Well, the thing I would say is this: a lot of times, dudes just gotta have look at small wins. Meaning, like a lot of these guys, they don't have the experience, they don't have any situations where they've been with girls, had sex, whatever. So to them, it's like this huge thing to get a girl. So that anxiety comes from that. It's like, damn, I'm scared to approach her. I already feel like she's gonna reject me. I don't look a certain way. Like all of these negative things that's in their head. So that anxiety is gonna already come automatically from them feeling like they're already in a losing position. You see what I'm saying? And so since they don't have that much experience, a lot of the times, if they even attempt to do it, most of the times it's going to fail. Most of the times they're not going to get anything going because they're coming to the interaction already defeated and also, not knowing what to do. So what most of these guys got to do is just in general, just, do small things, little things first, and then work their way up. So for example, I tell guys, look, go out, hang out, and then just walk up to a woman and just say, how you doing? Hello. That's it. And that's all you need to do. That one little thing. Don't worry about if she says hi back to you. Don't worry about if she keeps talking to you. Just your job is to say hi to 5 women. Just get that done and you'll be fine. So you have to do it in little baby steps, because when you feel like there's this big thing that you got to do, I got to go up to her, approach her, get her number. I got to, all of that stuff is intimidating to a guy who doesn't have that much experience. A guy who's like an incel who's like, well, I can't, no girls are going to like me anyway, so they don't even bother. You see what I'm saying? So they got to do those little baby steps first. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So hi, let's say if I'm an incel guy and you, I say hi to 7 or 8 women or 10 women. What do you think this is going to do for me?
Right. Well, the thing is, you have to put it in a specific frame of mind. So understand that the success is just in talking and saying the hi and saying the hello. Okay. Because they're looking at the success and I have to have sex with her. The success is I got to get her, to go on a date with me, whatever. Now, you're going to want those things later. You can get those things later, but let's start small so that you can feel good about certain things. That's the problem. See, a lot of dudes, some dudes will naturally have that confidence. Some dudes need to build it. So they can build that confidence through doing those little baby steps and say, okay, cool. I actually went out and accomplished just saying hi to 5 women I passed in the street. And 3 of those women that I said hi to said hi back or good morning back to me. So like I actually got to talk to a girl and say something to her. That's more than most of those guys ever do. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think it's, possible. So now that you do that for a while, you say, okay, I can go up to a girl and say hi. Let me try to actually stop a girl and have a conversation. Then let me try to get the number. Let me try to, you see what I mean? So you do it in little small steps. And then when you do it in those little small steps, it makes it less intimidating. You see what I mean? And then that can get you to the point where you get out of your shell and then you can do more shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. They got to, look at little small increments of the success. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. No. And we're going to go down this list. And guys, do me a favor. I am a proud Patreon of Mr. Locario at $10 a month. And so I know a lot of you brothers are appreciating the game that he brings to the table. Certainly a great level of expertise. He's one of my favorite, dating coaches. I'm not a dating coach myself, but I deal in the black dating coach market. Like I tell you, he's one of the top guys. Not even, just on YouTube, but in America, for the vast content that he has. So for those people that want to subscribe to him, go to the description. Okay, click the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. And also what you want to do is if you want a Patreon and see some of his content, it's starting at $10 a month on patreon.com. I think it's /Locario fan or Mr. Locario, right?
Locario, yeah. So patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Check it out there. It's dope. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do this real quick, guys. We have 80 people watching. Do me a favor and like the video. I know this is again back on my old channel, so we're trying to get it cracking over here. But let me ask you guys. Let me ask you this, Mr. Locario. Once I've talked to a few girls, right, and we're gonna get into the whole texting piece because you made a really, really good video about when to text, when not to text. Because some of the guys are dropping the ball there. But let's talk about when I stop and talk to the girl. Okay, what's different about saying hello? And I mean, obviously, in somebody's mind, and stopping a woman and having a conversation.
So what's the difference between just saying hi and then actually like stopping them having the conversations?
To most guys.
Yeah. Because the thing is, if you just even like going up and saying hi to someone, that's like it's a very simple thing to do because like most people will say hi back to you if you say hello, good morning, stuff like that in passing or whatever. And that's just for you to get yourself comfortable even speaking words to a woman. You understand? You got to get yourself comfortable in that environment. Now, when you're actually having a conversation with a woman, that's a little bit more tricky because now you got to have to get to the point where you're comfortable going back and forth and interacting with her. So you got to know what to say and where to steer the conversation. So basically, you need to know what you're trying to do, what you're trying to make happen in the situation, and then do that in that situation and be able to maintain that. And so a lot of guys, what they run into is they don't know what to say. They don't know how to, read social cues from a woman. And all of that comes with game. This is when you learn certain things in the game that help you with the conversation. Because a lot of guys, they don't know how to, close the deal, get a girl interested in them. They don't know how to flirt with a girl, none of that stuff. And those things, that's actually holding back a lot of these dudes, the dudes that we call the incels. The ignorance to that is what's going to make it even harder for them to get to that next level. You see what I mean? And that's the thing that they don't understand. They think it's just their looks. They think it's, because I don't, look this way, or I don't have enough money or status, whatever it is. And that's why they're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So
let me just do one thing. Stop the show real quick, brother. We have a whole ass nigga in the chat. Everybody look at Travern. Don't say nothing, just look at him. Don't say nothing, just look at him. I'm sorry about this, bro. If you have to take this and put it on your channel, Locario fans, I'm sorry about what I'm about to do. But we have a whole ass nigga in the chat. He says, "This is high school shit. Come, bros. Come." Can you even spell, you retarded motherfucker? Let me look at this picture. Okay, now I know you ain't getting no pussy. Looking at you. So this show is about incels, Negro. Okay, that's for dudes that can't get women. So why the fuck you watching? Get your WD-40 looking ass up out of here then, nigga, if you don't like what you hear. With your Twinkie biscuit butter looking ass. All right, my bad, brother. Shout out to John Paul. Back to the show. Now you also made a really good video about how to understand signals that women, will shoot off if she's interested. So let me just kind of shift gears to that. And that was a very, very good video you made about that. How can some of these guys recognize certain choosing signals that women have if they're interested in it?
Right. So, for example, like there's a lot of things that women will do. Like and depending on the situation. So sometimes, let's say, for example, if you're at a party or something like that, or even a bar or something like that, sometimes women will position themselves around you on a consistent basis. So for example, let's say you're at a house party and you're in the living room and then you're sitting on the couch. You'll notice that there's a girl standing near you. Then you get up and you go to the kitchen and get a drink. And then you notice like 2 minutes later, she's in the kitchen too. You know what I mean? So they will try to position themselves near you because they want you to talk to them. You know what I mean? Also, the obvious one is, when a woman gives you consistent eye contact, when a girl is like, definitely just staring at you. Like guys, they get this confused. They'll see a girl stare at them for a second or look at them for a second. That's not really consistent eye contact. It's when she's looking at you and she might look away and then come back looking at you. She might look away and she keeps come back to look at you. So that's that, eye contact where she's consistently trying to, check you out. You know what I mean? Another thing that you can do, and this is something you can test to see if a girl's feeling you. If you're talking to a girl, let's say you're at a party or something, talking to a girl, you want to give yourself like maybe like a foot or two away from her. And as you're talking to her, what you want to do is you want to start to like move back a little bit. And then if she's coming towards you, that means she's interested. If she's staying in the same spot, or she's like, just on some neutral stuff, that means she's not interested. So that's like a little body language, thing you can do to just see if a girl is actually interested in like, interested in you. You know what I mean? So there's like a lot of different like things that you can look out for. And even with conversation, if you're talking to a girl and let's say there's like that awkward pause in the conversation, if she's coming up with questions for you within those awkward pauses, that means she's interested in you because she wants to keep the conversation going, but she feels like she doesn't know what to say. And since the awkward pause is there, she doesn't want it to be awkward. So she's trying to ask more questions. So it's like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, so a lot of different things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me talk about the awkward pause. Let me tell you niggas something, man. Just real quick. Some of y'all niggas think because you a Patreon, you can come in here and say whatever the fuck you want to say. Let me say this real quick. Fuck you and your Patreon pledge, okay? Just because you're a Patreon, don't give you the right to come in here and talk shit. Your little funky ass $5 or whatever the fuck you paying, nigga. You can kick rocks with that shit, okay? I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna miss your $5 or $10 or $20 a month, nigga. I mean, I'm not doing bad over here. It's in case, nigga. So if you niggas out there think you can, because you a Patreon, you can come over here and disrespect, I will kick you and your mama off my Patreon. Now I could give a fuck. You gonna have some respect for me when you come up in my goddamn chat, nigga. All right. Shout out to the bless Jesus and the Holy Ghost. I'm sorry. Brother Locario, let's talk about these awkward pauses real quick, right? Because a lot of these guys, if they don't know, hold on, Oshay easy. Nigga, don't tell me to be easy. It's my motherfucking shit. If you don't like, get your ass out too, nigga. Named after a fish last name. Fuck wrong with you niggas telling me what the fuck to do. This is my shit. All right. I'm sorry, brother. These niggas are getting on my nerves today. A lot of these incel dudes, right?
Right.
They are going to have these awkward pauses. What do you think creates these awkward pauses when you talk? Because I even find myself as gamed up as I think that I am, right? When I'm trying to ask a girl a lot of open-ended questions, and all it is just one-word answers, I notice that creates an awkward pause. But what else do you think creates awkward pauses, or how can we kind of stay away from them?
Well, the thing is, a lot of the awkward pauses usually come from like nervousness, you know what I mean, and not really flowing in the interaction. Because a lot of times, what happens is when you're talking to a girl, you ever like talk to a girl and she seems like she might seem nervous, and so that nervousness sometimes guys misinterpret that as like disinterest or whatever, but it's just really nervousness. It's really her just being nervous. And then now you start to get nervous because she's being nervous, and then that creates that awkward pauses and all this other stuff. But the thing is that, if you're used to talking to women and you're used to having banter going back and forth with chicks, and you're used to just being that guy who's having fun and relaxing and all that other stuff, a lot of times those awkward pauses is going to be less and less, because what happens is that you have a lot of things to talk about. And you have a lot of experiences that you have to bring to the table when you're talking to women, because you're always used to talking to women. So the more women you talk to, the better you get talking to women. And then what happens is that when you talk to that next girl, you're so used to doing it that it becomes second nature to you. So you know certain things to say. You'll probably start to say the same sort of things when you start interacting with women, because you've been used to it already. So for example, a lot of times when I talk to girls, I end up noticing they'll say like the same 10 things sometimes when I'm interacting with them. They'll be like, oh, I got a boyfriend, or they'll talk about their job, or they'll talk about the shit that they like or don't like, or whatever. And it's already got shit for that. Like I already have things to come back at. So there's never really the awkward pause because I already did this a million times. I already know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna do when I say this and all this other stuff. So that usually happens a lot of times when you're used to talking to women. So what I would tell guys to do this to stop the awkward pauses or to make it less is you got to talk more. You got to talk to more women so you get used to it. You know what I mean? And the being used to it is going to make it easier for you to interact with them and have more things to say, never run out of stuff to say. And there's a whole lot of like different ways you could like come at that and learn how to do that when you're talking to women. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So guys, do me a favor. You know what I'm saying? We're getting us some good game. We got 118 people watching. Not enough likes today. Okay, I'm not taking y'all shit today, man. You come up in here with that wrong shit, you're gonna get your ass roasted. All right, so go ahead and get the likes up on the video, brothers. I really appreciate you. You know what I mean? Listening. For those of you who are appreciative, okay, you other little Negroes, man, y'all gonna have to get the fuck up out of here. I don't know who you go play with your mama or yourself. You ain't gonna be playing with me and Locario today. All right, so get the likes up on the video. Let me kind of talk about this real quick. Okay, so if I want to stop a girl, you know, I see a woman coming towards me. It's like boom, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting her to be there. It's like, oh my Lord, here go little Keisha. Right. I want to stop her, right? What's the best way to do it? If I'm you know, I've said hi to like 3,000 different women, right? I want to stop a woman dead in her tracks because obviously she's moving either towards me or she's moving away from me. She's going someplace, so she has somewhere to be. What's the best way you think I should be able to go about this?
Well, usually it's like this. If a girl's walking towards you, like she's coming in their direction, the best thing that you want to do is you want to stop right in front of her and stop her in front of you. So what I always suggest is you have to sort of get her attention before she even gets towards you. So like, let's say she might be 5 or 6 feet away from you walking towards you. That's when you start actually talking. You be like, hey, miss, how you doing? And you put your hand out to like shake her hand and pull her into you. So you don't want to do it as she's like right next to you because it's too quick. She's already going to be walking past. So you want to get her before she comes to you. You see what I mean? Because what happens is when you're talking to people in the street, they're already in their own world. They're like, in the zone or whatever, doing whatever they're doing. So if you try to stop her as she's like next to you, it's going to be harder than if she sees you coming. You see what I'm saying? So now that she sees you coming, you stop her, you're right in front of her. And then that's when you start talking. And for a lot of dudes, what they got to do is when they're talking to girls in the street, you got to get to the point quick. You understand? You got to make that shit real quick. Be like, listen, how you doing? Look, I saw you from across the street. I thought you was really attractive. My name is Locario. What's your name? Stacy. Cool, Stacy. Nice to meet you. But listen, I'm on my way to do so-and-so. But look, here's my card. I want you to give me a call tonight at 8 o'clock. We need to get together and get a drink sometime. Something like that. Real quick. She knows why you're stopping her. She knows what it is. So it's really, you don't got to go in on a whole bunch of tangents. Now, as far as if a girl is like walking, let's say like a girl is like just walking on the side of you, what you want to do is you want to walk with her. You understand? So she's going in one direction, you go with her as you're talking. You're talking while you're walking. So you walk with her. You see what I mean? And then so as you're talking and while you're walking, usually if a girl is into you, she most likely will stop and talk to you if you stop. So a thing you can do is as you're walking, you say, hold on, stop for a second. And if she stops, that's an indicator that she's actually interested in talking. Walking, that means she's not really trying to, see what's up. So, but the thing is, with any of these things, you just have to be comfortable talking to women. And this is why I was saying at the beginning, if you don't have experience doing this, you have to do those little exercises because that gets you comfortable. The main thing about the thing that makes you have the most success when you approach women and try to holler at them in the street, wherever it is how comfortable you are in the situation, because a woman is always going to follow your lead. Part of your lead is how comfortable you are and how you're orchestrating the situation. You're always in control of that situation. So if you're talking to a girl and you're being all nervous and awkward, she tends to be also nervous and awkward because she's feeding off your energy. If you approach a girl and you're real comfortable, calm, cool, and collected, even if she was nervous at first, she'll be more cool, calm, and collected because you're cool, calm, and collected. You see what I mean? So the way you are is how she will be. So this is why it's important for you to get comfortable to do this stuff because you're gonna have more success doing it the more comfortable you are. You see what I mean?
Okay. And let me do this. It seems like the shout out to the ice cream truck man in the background.
God, going crazy right now.
Yeah, he out there trying to get the ice cream. All right, shout out to my buddy, my bro, BP Thomas Trucking, man. $10, my bro, always out here looking out. The moderators, look the hell up, $2. They need to be scared to talk to women. Let me say this, man, for the brothers out here that be loving it stuff. We always have the same people, liking the videos and the same people donating. So let's start with step one, brothers. You know what I mean? Help us get to 100 likes. I like to see a lot of people, that's liking the videos when we're trying to bring this content to you, brothers. So I appreciate you in advance for your like. For those of you who are listening to the stream or restreaming, let me talk to you about this particular situation when you said when you stopped a woman, you wanted to let her know why you stopped her, right?
Right.
When I was dealing with this particular incel dude, and I'll have him on again tonight. I know you're a busy guy, but you probably might catch the replay because this is going to be crazy.
Right.
He was walking up to women like let's say in the bookstore.
Right.
He would do something like, "So, what's that book you're reading?"
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll be on college campus. "So, do you go to school here?" I guess it was
right.
It was like kind of like corny questions. That made him look very like creepy or stalkerish,
right?
Or unorthodox, and it seems like when I was trying to tell him, like, yo, bro, you're asking questions that don't get you to any results, and it's like he wasn't trying to really hear that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if you remember that part of the conversation.
Yeah, I remember hearing him say that because he was asking her like, "Hey, why are you in the school today? Because no one's in school at this point," or something like that.
Yeah,
those type of questions. And see, this is the thing that guys gotta understand is really there's nothing wrong with like asking a girl questions or whatever it is. What you gotta understand though is you always have to be closing. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that dudes don't understand. So it's like anything in sales. Like if I was to like try to sell you this phone, I could come up to you and say, "Hey, Oshay, how's your day going?" And you'd be like, "Oh, it's cool." Be like, "Oh, that's some nice glasses. Where you get the glasses from?" And so I'm the reason I'm talking to you is I'm trying to sell you this phone, but I'm starting out, with some little small talk. But at the same time, though, I got to get to the point where I'm talking about the phone. You see what I mean? So now I got to be like, "Yo, Oshay, what type of phone you got?" Blah blah blah. So now we're getting into the phone thing. So what his problem was, he would be asking these girls questions, or he'd say, "Hey, what's that book you reading?" But he's not getting to the point of why he's there to get with her. You understand? Or why he's there to try to make something happen. So a lot of times you could just go straight direct and talk about, "Hey, listen, I came over here because I'm trying to holler. What's good?" Or you could start to say, "Hey, what's that book you reading?" "Oh, that's a nice book. I never heard that. What's that about?" "Okay, cool. What's your name?" "My name's Stacy." "Your name's Stacy. Cool. Nice to meet you. Listen, we need to get together sometime. You real cute. Here's my number. Let me get your number." You understand? So you got to always be closing when you are dealing with these girls. That's the problem with a lot of dudes. They're scared to close. And the reason why they're scared to close is because the closing also means that you can get rejected. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they want to do the thing without having to feel the pain of what might happen with the rejection. Mm-hmm. It's like a person who goes to the gym. Like they'll say, "Hey, I went to the gym," but they ain't really do shit. They just walked on the treadmill for 2 minutes, did 5 push-ups, and then they left. And then they're like, "See, I went to the gym and I'm still like out of shape." And I'm like, "But you ain't really doing nothing. You're not really doing the shit you need to do." So these guys, they go up and they approach girls and they say, "Hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? Oh, that's a nice bag you got, blah, blah, blah." And they just talking regular shit, but they're not really doing anything to close because they're scared of, going through the pain of rejection that could happen when you try to make something happen. You see what I mean?
I feel you. Let me just do this real quick. Shout out to Will Dakota CC. First of all, Wake the Hell Up. They need to stop being scared to talk to women. Shout out to my brother Wake the Hell Up out of New York. Yeah. Will Dakota CC says another tip is hanging around guys who talk to a lot of girls. But you said you ain't doing yourself no favors hanging with other dudes who are afraid of girls too. Right. Oh, you mentioned it. We'll come back to that real quick. But let me go back to this whole situation with this particular issue with, again, walking up to a girl, talking about things that have nothing to do with what you're trying to do. But again, going back to the material, because the guy, he had an issue. He was basing, okay, I need to approach women based off of this approach of how to get people to like you, right? So making small talk, okay? What you've laid out for me is a effective, and I mean, me personally, I like your direct approach. A lot of guys use the indirect, again, because they're afraid of trying to close the deal. But this guy, his mindset was like, okay, I'm doing the right things. But when you're pointing out his flaws, he doesn't get it. And it's funny because yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, I interviewed a paralyzed dude. I don't know if you saw that interview.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and I'm interviewing a paralyzed dude that don't have no problem getting coochie, and he's paralyzed for 26 years.
Right.
So I'm like, dude, how can a guy who's 47 is paralyzed, and you can walk? And this guy said he's up to 8% body fat at one time. But I guess what I'm trying to understand is this: trying to get women to like you as far as on a non-friendly level, and then how does somebody's mind comprehend that? Even though they know it doesn't work, they keep doing this method. And when you try to tell them what to do, it seems like they're not open to it. Like, do you have clients like this?
Right. Well, the thing is, hold on, let me close this window because this ice cream truck is killing me right here. Hold on.
Ice cream truck is trying to get some sales, nigga. I need to PayPal him some money so he can stop.
But whatever. They trying to go in. But anyway, so that's the thing I was saying earlier about people having this identity. Because remember, people got to keep with their identity, because if they don't keep with it, then they feel like they don't know who they are. You see what I'm saying? Because even when something is fucked up, even when they have a victim mentality, that victim thing is their identity. So you trying to tell this guy, look, he's like, oh, I'm doing this and it's not working. But you saying, look, these are the flaws in what you're doing. But he doesn't want to hear you. He doesn't want to, take heed to that, because he wants confirmation from you and everybody else that he is this incel, that it's not, no matter what I do, it's never going to work out for me. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it's so deep inside their minds that this is what they want. You understand? Like, so the thing is, the identity is so strong that the actual advice that would help them, they don't actually want it, because some of them deep down don't want to be helped. They like to be an incel. They like to have the woe is me party. That's how it is. So you could because even I was hearing one time, I think on one of these message boards, I think it was a video I saw where I think they asked them why don't you just buy a prostitute or something, or why don't you and they're like, oh, but it's not the same, and I still want the girl to want me for me and all. So it's like all these different excuses as to why they're in a situation they're in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're saying, well, I can't get sex, if you can pay someone to fuck you, why are you not doing that? If it's so bad, if you just want to feel some vagina, why are you not even doing that? And I don't even like to condone dudes tricking. I know Oshay, you like tricking, but
man, walk in the club instantly.
Instantly started tricking. I'm
buying all the bras, water bottles, and in cranberry juice. All of them.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's crazy, man. I don't
know. Let me do this, guys. We got 150 people watching right now. Shout outs to everybody. People are starting to come into the chat. We got my boy Locario fan on. Shout out to the brother D Curtis for the $1 super chat. Appreciate you, family. I'm about to spend all y'all money, man, on these midgets tonight. Don't worry about nothing. O'Shea, these guys simply wanted Steve to stop putting these women on pedestals. They're human just like them. Shout out to you, brother. My brother Marcus A. Brown, $5. Thank you so much. David Lindell, Locario bringing that good game. Brothers take notes. Paulina, hey, sexy. They like to have a sad story. My brother Information Man, we was having a little debate over there on Dinah's channel. He want me to come over to his channel, but I don't feel like getting called coon for 15 hours by the chat. But shout out to my brother out there. He's doing some great things, man. The brother really love black people. I love brothers like that. Shout out to my brother. I'm gonna have him on the show one day. Let me talk about this real quick, brother Locario, because we got to help some of these Negroes out. Okay, so all right, they stopped the girl, right? They have the phone conversation, because listen to the brother that was on the show. He was at least able to go up and talk to some woman.
Right.
Didn't make no sense. And in some cases, he was able to even have the conversation. And in other cases, he was able to get the phone number.
Right.
Okay, but let's talk about this whole texting piece. All right. And shout out to my brother Information Man Show. Yes, my brother right there. I'm gonna let him cuss me out one night. Don't worry about nothing. Let's talk about that real quick.
Right.
These guys were losing when they started, because it seems like to me he couldn't get from the phone conversations to the date. And I mean, I could tell how aggressive he was with me on the email with trying to basically, get the interview. So I'm just seeing if he was at least as energetic as he was with me there. Who's to say how he was with women? So why are these guys losing in the text message game or in the phone conversation game? You made some points about how often a man should call. Let's talk about that real quick.
Right. Well, usually I don't even like to call chicks. I do just all texting. I say calling is for your girlfriend or your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other chicks you're trying to mess with, just straight texting. And what I say is when you get a girl's information, like let's say if you get her number, you know what I mean? Text her at least by the next day to set up something. So if it's Monday, you get a number, hit her up on Tuesday and be like, yo, what's up? What you doing Thursday or Friday or whatever it is? You know what I'm saying? So you can set something up. And all you're doing with the texting or contacting them is setting up a date. That's it. Dudes be going through the whole thing where they going back and forth, trading stories forever. All you need to do is text her to set up a date. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to have a lot of girls who are going to waste your time, girls who are attention whores, girls who are going to end up flaking on you. So you want to exert the least amount of energy to, set up a date. And just in case, let's say something doesn't go, it doesn't really turn into anything. You didn't spend an hour on the phone with this girl. You didn't spend all day texting back and forth just for her to flake on you or not to see you. You see what I mean? And so the thing is, by you also not texting her all day, all week and hitting her up and calling her, is that it leaves room for her to wonder about you. So now she's wondering, what is he about? What is he, into, blah, blah, blah. So that when she's actually anticipating seeing you on the date. You see what I'm saying? So it does two things at once. And so the thing is, a lot of guys, they're doing way too much, and that doing too much usually messes the things up. It's real simple. You get information, set a date. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. And then after that, really all you should do is on the day of the date, just confirm that y'all still seeing each other. And then that's it. That's all you got to do. It's real simple. All that other extra stuff is a lot of, back and forth that really messes up the interaction. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me do this real quick. Shout out to Dr. Deacon Eric P. Caesar, great to see you back on your main channel. Yeah, man, it's not, my lives is not as hot over here as on my other channel. I'll be getting 500 over there, but we're gonna bring it back over here. Don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And my notifications ain't working like that, but I appreciate you brothers over here. Let me kind of get to this point, right? Okay, I think the Negro was making this mistake. Okay, he was making a mistake to the point where this nigga. I hate to say it, but this nigga was having, and I mean, we all do that. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to have long-winded conversations,
right,
on the text message. It was like the same dumbass shit. And brother, if you listen to this, I gotta tell you, I love you like a play cousin, nigga. But your text game is boo boo. He would be, you know what I'm saying? So what are you doing right now? I mean, it's obviously it's the worst question. And of course, the girl might be like, all right, number one, because she gave them the phone number, right? But obviously the impression that he gave in person was so bad, even though he got the phone number. When the girl finally received his number, she probably instantly blocked him.
Right.
Like, oh, that's that. Because sometimes women will do that. I guess instead of not giving you a number because they feel like a little scared. Like,
right, yeah, they'll give it to you, right? And they'll just give it to you to get rid of you. They're like, let me just get this guy my number so he can leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then as soon as he text messages me, I'm gonna block his ass. I'm an ugly nigga, so I know. Okay. I had this shit happen to me plenty of times. Not since I've been over 30 though, but you know what I mean? Oh no, wait. I think I had it once. But like I said, these glasses really been helping me with these bras. You know what I'm saying? But so he sent off some badass energy. And so the girl got the number, or whatever, and then he comes back. This is Mr. Incel from earlier, right?
Right.
So then the dude is like sending like 30 million messages, and she blocks him, and he's like, I don't understand why she won't respond. So let's say if a guy is trying to, because I mean, I don't know about the texting thing, because to me, I feel like text messaging could put you at somewhat of a disadvantage because women do take a long time to respond. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Do you think you don't believe in that you need to call a woman over the phone? That's not what you think.
Nah, I don't think you need to call a woman at all. And the thing is, this is the thing. See, with calling, right? Uh-huh. A lot of times calling lends itself for women to suck attention out of you. You see what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with you texting a girl and her hollering back at you, a few hours later. It is what it is. If she doesn't get back to you for like a week, that's a problem. But if she hollers back at you like in a few hours, that's cool. But when you call a chick, right? One, if you don't get her, she don't pick up, and then if you leave a message, that's kind of whatever. You ain't even gotta do all of that. And if she does pick up, a lot of times what happens is that while you're in that interaction, you're exposing yourself to do some goofy shit that's gonna not be feeling you. See, this is what guys gotta understand. Let me tell you guys something about how women think and act, right?
Okay.
When a woman doesn't know you, like when she first meets you and you give her your information, like let's say y'all exchange numbers, right? Mm-hmm. When a woman doesn't know you, and this even happens with online or whatever, but anyway, when a woman first meets you, doesn't know you, she's always looking for a reason not to fuck with you. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. When a woman first talks to you or interacts with you, she's always looking for a reason not to fuck with you.
Oh, okay, stop right there. That's an interesting point. I've never heard anybody say that. That's unique to you. So like I said, it's the first time I heard it. Why do you say that?
So the reason why I'm saying this is that what it is women are always like, women want to find a guy they like and find a dude that they want to be with or whatever it is, right? For whatever reason, sex or long-term, whatever it is. What happens though is that a lot of women, they have a very negative outlook when it comes to interacting with men, just in general, because of their past experiences, whatever. This is why if you go on an online dating site, you'll see stuff like women will say, oh, swipe left if you're looking for a hookup, or I'm not looking for a hookup, or if you're just trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? You never see you hardly see profiles of women who'll say something really positive and upbeat. It's more so, don't do this. I don't want that. No this, no that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when they meet you, they have the idea of this guy could potentially be a guy that I like, right? But what happens is that they're still always looking for the flaw so they can say, oh, you see, that's why I shouldn't call him back. That's why I shouldn't go on that date this weekend with him. That's why. So when you get a girl's information, this is why I say, call her the next day because the momentum's still there, and say, or not call her, text her the next day, whatever. Say, yo, let's get together and set up a date. Now, if you're going back and forth asking her, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? This and this and that. You're giving her the reasons to pick out as to why she shouldn't fuck with you. Because you're going to be on the phone with a girl talking to her. So, girl, yeah, what's up, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be talking about a whole bunch of shit. You're going to say something. She'll be like, oh, that thing he said right there. That's why I'm not going to go. So this is why you want to keep the mystery until you see her for the date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then so when she's in front of you, then it's a little bit more like, and this is the thing also, you get away with more when you're in person. So this is why texting, phone conversations, or online stuff, it's easier for her to detach from you, because I could say something like that she considers like weird or creepy or whatever. Chicks will say whatever. I could say something that she feels is weird online, and it's easy for her to dismiss me, versus if I'm in person with her. I might say something weird, but she's feeling my vibe, more because I'm in front of her. The body language is saying something else. The tone of my voice, us just being in front of each other. So I have more leeway. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, I tell guys, get to the date quickly as possible with saying the least as possible. This is why I say, get the number, set up the date, shut the fuck up, go on the date. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't do all the back and forth. going, this and that. Because a lot of guys, they have this illusion that they have to, they think they need to keep the girl interested before the date. They say, well, I spoke to her on Tuesday and we're not seeing each other till Friday. So I gotta hit her up Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday morning to keep her entertained until the date. You don't need to do that shit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If anything, it works better in your favor to fall back so that she has time to wonder and guess about you and fantasize about what you might be. That excites her more to come and see you. You see what I'm saying? Because the more you talk to her, the more the reality of who you are seeps in, which usually is no comparison for the fantasy she had of who you were. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand how those dynamics work. You see what I mean? So it's crazy, man.
No, that's some good points, man. Because that's definitely true, especially because a lot of these niggas are long-winded, man.
Right.
And you know, a lot of you niggas, man. Y'all like to talk about, number one, and let me just say this, what I've noticed about, especially black men, y'all know I love you. Shout out to my brother Eastside Gypsy, but y'all niggas, man, you brothers.
No.
You niggas like to, number one, talk about a bunch of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, what I noticed that a lot of dudes is they talk a lot about themselves.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, nigga, you trying to get to the girl.
Right.
Here you are. Yeah, I got a bachelor's degree in doodleology from Morehouse and everything. I make $40 an hour and they gotta play with their pinky finger while all the gold on the, little something. I got my car, and I played. Go ahead.
I want to say something about that too. Is that because there is a way where you can, like, let's say you get a girl's number, and you set a date. There's a way you can still like text her and call her between the time that will help you, but you have to be very skilled at communicating with women and knowing how to like interact with them. Because the thing is, sometimes what's going to happen is that, let's say you set the date for Tuesday, like on Tuesday you called her and said, let's, or text or whatever, you said, let's meet up Friday. She said, cool. So you set the date for Friday. She might reach out to you on Wednesday just to text you to say how you doing, whatever. So you don't want to ignore her. You see what I mean? So you want to respond to her, but you still have to be able to know how to do that in a way where you're not doing too much to get her feeling like, oh, well, I don't know about this guy anymore. That's how it's unfortunate. That's how it is, but that's how women operate. Their interest and disinterest is very shaky at the beginning. You understand? As a girl gets to know you, as a girl starts to like you, then her interest gets stronger. It's always shaky at the beginning, stronger near the end. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to the end. So you want to make sure that you're doing the right things at the beginning so that you get to that end. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Whatever that end is for you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let me do this, man. And you got about 30 more minutes from your player.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Guys, do me a favor, man. We got 164. Like I said, man, the white man got his foot on my neck on this channel. Y'all know we really get it up more on the other one because the YouTube notifications, I don't know, man. I was putting up too many numbers on here. So the white man got his foot on my YouTube neck, brother. So white supremacy. I gotta blame it on something. So guys, do me a favor, like the video, brother. Like the video real quick. Okay, and then let me do some shout outs to y'all people, man, that's contributing to the food stamp fund. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I, like I told you, I'm gonna spend your money on nothing but midgets. Okay, I'm gonna do that tonight. Don't worry about nothing. All your money is going to tricking. Okay, let me shout out to some of the brothers in here and sisters, because Sister Sexy Paulina, because when I see you, I'm gonna put this vinegar all on them ankles, baby. Don't worry about nothing. Okay, it's gonna be the best 32 seconds of your ankle rub life. Trust me when I get through with you. So Paulina, she says, I actually screen through text messages. If a man is texting too much information via text, I feel he is passive aggressive. What do you think about that?
Well, he said that if the guy's texting too much, he feels like he's passive aggressive.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there you go right there. It's like already that sort of thought process based off of him texting too much. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the thing. You're going to already have women thinking way too much about it. See, all you really need to have her know is that you're interested. You being interested is you setting a date.
Okay.
And then you confirming the date is you showing her, yes, I'm still trying to see you, and then we can see each other. All the other like back and forth is going to have girls thinking too much. And that's the that's the worst thing you could ever do when you're dealing with a woman. Get them thinking too much. You want everything to just be chill and cool, and as cool and smooth as it could be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And let me also, we'll just this tonight because some brothers are just getting out of relationships. You know what I'm saying? And been rusty. So we talk about the rusty brothers, right? It ain't always about the incels. Some Negroes is rusty because you've been in a relationship for like 4 years. Your chick left you for me, or an ugly dude to me. Your heart is broke. I know it does happen, right? I have taken a lot of dudes who look better than me, girl. It's something that happens in life. Now you want to get back out there on the dating market. We're going to help you with that because some of y'all niggas is rusty. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Shout out to brother Carlos. Hell Caesar. Shout out to Locario. And then thank you, brother, for the 1914 perspective. From a woman's perspective, Pauline, again, if she meets a man who seems to have it all together, she is suspicious. She is looking to eliminate her fears. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, yeah. Women will be intimidated as hell by certain dudes. So, and I did a video about this where I was saying that, there's two types of guys women would never chase. And I said it's the guy she sees as extremely high value, and the guy she sees is extremely low value. So a woman, she's going to be too intimidated sometimes with a guy who seems like he has all his stuff together. He's on top of his shit because she's like, he must have other women that want him too. You know what I'm saying? He must be a player. He must got, all this stuff going on. So it's that little intimidation factor. So she'll be attracted to him, but that intimidation also could lend itself to her and him not getting together because she's like, scared to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because she's scared he's gonna like play her later on or some type of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let me kind of do this real quick. And guys, continue to like the video. We need a few more to get to 130, brothers. I appreciate you in advance. And for those of you who have not subscribed to Mr. Locario fan channel, go into the description and I have his YouTube information there. Let's talk about the brothers, man, who have been in long-term relationships. They used to be holler monsters. They got with a chick, got the in-house, getting that good macaroni and cheese or ramen noodles every night. You know what I mean? And so, but then, like I said, the chick, you bounce, nigga. It's over. And now you're moving back to, how it is. You moved into the place. You and her barely can afford it, so now you can afford it by yourself. Back at grandma's house. Gotta be in by 8:30, nigga. Gotta be at church. Gotta get in the choir. You know the rules. But you go, if you're gonna stay here, you're gonna go to church, nigga.
Right.
Okay. And you're trying to get back on your feet, man, and you just kind of get out of these relationships. I'm gonna do a video on this too. Also, let's talk about these brothers, man, who are, just getting out of relationship, and you know what I'm saying, and they still like kind of stuck in between. Like, should I try to go get her back, or should I move on? And obviously, you got to get back on the dating. Don't laugh, Excalibur. It's what it is. You got to get back on. You're back on Tinder. You're trying to match. You know what I mean? You don't have that constant sex no more. And all of this stuff. So how does a brother come out of that? I was in a relationship where I had constant coochie, you know what I mean, every day. I was getting everything I needed. Now I got to get back out there and try to get back into it and stuff like that. What advice do we give these brothers, man, that's trying to get back over their approach anxiety after they've been into a long-term relationship or marriage or something like that?
Well, I think what dudes got to understand is the game is still like the game is still the same, but there's little differences in it, meaning like there's a lot of other things that make it a little bit more difficult than it was before. You understand? Because what I've noticed nowadays with the whole, the whole Me Too stuff and the feminism and all of this other stuff, it's making it even more, it's making it a little bit more difficult for a lot of guys out here, because you have a lot of women out here who aren't as cooperative as they used to be. You understand? You're always going to have the ones that's going to be cooperative to the guy who's whose game is the tightest. But there's a lot of stuff going on that guys who have been in a relationship for a long period of time, and they were monogamous with that girl, and now it's over, and now they're trying to get back out here in the game. You got to understand like what's really going on in the dating game at this point. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of women who are out here just to fuck around and have sex and just chill. You understand? There's a lot of women out here who's actually going to just be with you, just trying to get your attention. There's a lot of women out here that's going to play a lot of games. There's certain girls that you're going to be dealing with who's going to be cooperative, but you got to find those girls, and you got to be the type of guy who she feels she wants to cooperate with. So it's really dudes just got to really like, you know, I say always when you get out of when you're from a breakup or whatever, like you broke up with your girl, take some time to relax and heal for a second. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get into no long-term relationship right then. You know, take some time to get your shit together. But when you go back in there, you got to hit the ground running, man. You got to really go in and get out there, because you know it's savagery out here, man. That's what I'm trying to tell dudes. Yeah. Like I've been telling the same thing with women. Women, they be having a good guy, I'd be like, yo, keep your man, because there's a bunch of savage shit going on here. I tell guys, you got a good chick, keep that chick as long as you can, because it's tough in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? So but you got to hit that ground running and really push yourself, because I feel like it's a little bit harder now than it's ever been before. Because, for example, back in the day, before we had Tinder, the dating sites, Instagram, Facebooks, all that, women had a certain amount of attention that was given to them through guys from, you know, their immediate circle, maybe from school, whatever, work, whatever like that. Now a chick, she could go on Tinder and get 1,000 motherfuckers in one day trying to holler at her. So all of that attention gets to her head, and now she has a little bit of arrogance to her. You feel what I'm saying? She got a little bit of like, oh, well, whatever, you know, and that affects how you interact with these women, or how they're going to interact with you a lot of times. So you got to be even more on point with your shit. You feel what I'm saying? When you're dealing with these girls. So, you know.
Let me add, and shout out to my brother. I see Mark in the building. I see my brother Eastside Gypsy. And I just want to ask this too, because a lot of people follow me. You know, because you Negroes, you know, y'all got it. Y'all be looking at the super chat. Y'all be in here dropping all kind of money, $1, $2. You niggas is rich, right? Some of these dudes are on the road, right? Some of the brothers are truck drivers. You know, I got a lot of dudes that are upwardly mobile. And one of the things that they tell me is like, you know, yo, bro, I want to get out there, you know, back in the dating game, but, you know, because of my particular schedule, you know, I'm always busy. I find myself, you know, going to this particular place. And, you know, when I had a woman at home, when I was out trucking, you know, I'm sending money back, or I was in the military. And, you know, come to find out she was, you know, had niggas in the house or doing things like that. And so now they're on the road trying to overcome that. But they want to get out and meet new chicks. But, you know, obviously they're working there. The work weeks are so severe. So after they take this initial time off and they want to get back into the game, you know, a lot of brothers who are on the road or doing, you know, certain, you know, particular jobs, you know, how do you think that they can, you know, try to get time into the dating when they are always, you know, busy? Because, you know, we do have a lot of brothers out there, man. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, I know you understand this, but there are a lot of brothers out there, 6-figure brothers, man, almost 7 figures, or, you know, close to that. You're working a whole lot, doing their thing. What would you suggest to brothers that, you know, they have like a really kind of compact schedule?
Well, I would say for those guys, you know, they need to exhaust all their options. And what I mean is, there's so many different ways to meet women. So you might not have enough time to go out to the bars, to the clubs, to the parties, and all the other stuff. And, you know, if you do got time to do that, then, you know, also make that happen. But one thing that most dudes don't take advantage of is a social circle. So what that means is that if you know somebody that knows somebody, you understand, that's how you could get a lot of things hooked up with women. You see what I mean? And so what happens is if, let's say, you have a friend and your friend goes out a lot, your friend talks to a lot of people, that could be your connect to a bunch of different girls. So it don't even necessarily got to be you. It could be just through your friend, you get those situations happening. So I had a lot of times where I had friends invite me to parties. I had friends invite, talk. I have friends actually tell girls they know about me, and they'll hit me up on Facebook. So I tell my friends, listen, if you know any hot chicks and you know my type, tell that girl to holler at me. You feel what I'm saying? So he'll just go to her like, yo, my boy Locario, he saw you, blah, blah, blah. He thought you was cute, this stuff, whatever, hit him up. And so I would have girls randomly hit me up on Facebook, on all these other sites through my social circle. You see what I mean? So you gotta be able to try to use the connections you have with your friends, even your family, whatever, that you can actually network with those people to get other women around you and to get with those women. And also what happens is, since those women know your peoples, it's easier for them to cooperate with you because they're thinking you must be cool if you know this other person. So it's like if I know a chick and I'll be like, yo, my boy Oshay, he's a cool cat, holla at this dude. If she knows I'm cool with you, she's most likely going to be cool with you. She's most likely going to take you, see you as the type of guy she'll try to even deal with because she knows that I know you and that I'm a cool guy, and she knows I'm not going to hook her up with somebody that's on some goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely take advantage of those social circles, and the way you do that is you got to let the people know that you're looking for that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we run across people, like there's so many times I'm out, I run across so many single chicks. And they be telling me like, yo, and I tell them I'm a dating coach or whatever, but they'll always ask, hey, do you know any guys you can hook me up with? You know any guys you could, all the fucking time. So
good looking chicks too, huh?
Good looking chicks, hell yeah, good looking single girls. So I'm like, and I've hooked up a few of my friends with these girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have that. Also, another thing you can do is you have to learn how to become good with online dating game. And that can increase a lot of the chicks you get, because if you're busy and you ain't got a lot of time to go out to these places, go on all of these different sites, because a lot of dudes, they'll pick like one site, like Plenty of Fish or whatever. Get on all of them: Plenty of Fish, Tinder, OkCupid, Bumble, all of the sites. You understand what I'm saying? Utilize all of them. Even if you're on the toilet taking a shit, just get on your phone and just start going through it. But the better you situate your profiles and all of those things, that's going to get you more attention, because the thing is, for most guys, online dating is hard as fuck because they don't know what they're doing when it comes to online dating. So it's really hard as hell because dudes think, I just got to be, if I'm not this like super model looking guy, no girl's going to want me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not true. In fact, a lot of women, and truth be told, like I was saying earlier, where women will be intimidated, because I also coach women. So there's a lot of women that I coach who show me their Tinders and all that other shit, and they're straight ignoring like dudes you would think that most chicks will get, like the really good looking guys. They're like, oh, he looks like a douchebag. He looks like he's gonna blah blah blah, because they're intimidated. My girlfriend, when she first met me, we met off of OkCupid. She thought that I was just gonna hit it and quit it. That's what she thought when we first when she first saw me. But what happened was, she was about to not message me because of that. You see what I'm saying? So she was like, oh, you're this and this and that. So a lot of times chicks will go for the average dude just based off of them not being intimidated by the average dude. So any guys who think they're the average guy, don't think you don't got no chance just because you're not that good looking dude, because sometimes a lot of those good looking dudes get passed over because of chicks' insecurities. You see what I mean? So it evens out. Now, don't get me wrong. There are guys who are good looking that chicks will get with and try to holler at, but just because you're not the best looking guy, you can still get girls on online dating. It's just how you set up your shit. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times it's how you set up your stuff. So for guys, for just in general, for a lot of guys, if you work on your appearance, work on your photos, work on your profile, that can increase the amount of women who's going to get at you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you can do that too.
All right, let me hold on a second. See what's going on. Let me mute myself and then unmute myself. All right. So let me do this real quick, guys, and thank you so much, man. I'm getting a lot of people, brother Chauncey. Hey, family. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Ooh. But on my live chats, brother, don't orange me. Okay, this is what you need to do. All right, brother Mike Chauncey. God bless you. Jesus loves you. I'm gonna say this very Christian way. One of the rules of this chat is to never orange me. Okay, the thing that you need to do if you want to get my attention is doing what everybody else is doing in this chat. It's a rule of mine. You might not know. I love you like a play cousin, but it's the super chat. That's how you know what I'm saying, get my attention on here. All right, or you could just comment regularly. So, but the oranging thing, thanks. I appreciate you, brother. We like play cousins, brother. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Moses, Hotep, all of that. So God bless you, brother. Good to see you. Hallelujah. All right, let me do this real quick, brothers. I want to go over a few super chats. Okay, thank you for this midget stripper fund. Okay. Robster C. Wells, I got rejected because I hit the gym too much. That's rich. Damn. Y'all niggas, man, trying to improve. I'm going to keep staying ugly because y'all niggas are struggling. I'm telling you, man, it's the year of the ugly nigga, man. I don't know what it is. I think since Trump, he didn't put
so complex
sort of law for you must have sex with ugly Negroes, man. That's what it is. Okay, and then shout out to my brother Joe Will. Thank you, brother, for the $5 super chat. Any advice when your online game is on point, but women say you act different in person? Catfish. All right, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick, man. That's interesting. What do you say about that, brother?
Well, that's what happens sometimes, though, because the reason why dudes be acting different in person, because sometimes this is what happens. Guys get on these online dating sites and they're trying to act like they're the boyfriendy type of cool guy. Yeah, I want to get to know you, take out on 3 dates and wine and dine you type of dude, right? So then they get in front of the girl, and now it's like they're trying to hit. You feel what I'm saying? But that wasn't the same energy they had on the online dating site. You see what I mean? So what happens is that she's like, "Oh, you're acting different. You're on some other stuff." You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times your words and your actions, it has to be consistent. You see what I mean? So a lot of, like, when I'm on a site, I usually tell a chick, I'll be like, "Yo, let's just get together, get a drink," and then I'll be like, "Here's my number. Text me your number. Cool, I'll meet you here." Right? And so I'm not going back and forth with 20 messages, getting to know her, asking her about her hopes and dreams, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just straight, let's get together and do something. So if I'm chilling with her, getting a drink, and I get, sexual or whatever, she already in her mind didn't necessarily see me as the boyfriend type. You see what I mean? Because I wasn't presenting myself like that. A lot of guys, they present themselves as that type of guy. And then when they deal with the woman's like, "What the fuck? Like, I thought you were some other type of dude." You feel what I'm saying? And so you got to make sure that however you're trying to be is consistent with your actions. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Let me do this. Some Negro asked me, "What is celibate?" Negro, what is wrong with y'all today? Google definition, nigga. The fuck? Say something else. Ask another motherfucking question that don't make no guy. Ask something else, nigga. Please. Please, nigga. Please. Damn, y'all dumb. Okay, not all of y'all, but this motherfucker. All right, let me ask this question, my brother Locario. I deleted my Tinder account. I've been single for 8 months now. I've also decided to stop watching porn. Brother, you better than me. Work on my weaknesses and stop focusing on women. Is this normal? I'm 23, by the way.
So he said he
I don't know about that. Hey, Locario, man, I can't stop watching that porn, bro. I'm
the same way.
To that black porn, bro. Them big old juicy booty. But go ahead, brother.
So you say he deleted his Tinder and he stopped watching porn?
Yeah, I mean, I can see you deleted your Tinder, but you decided to stop watching porn? You can be walking around dick hard everywhere in church. Just
strong brother, man. You a strong brother. I don't know what's going on. So what he trying to do? He trying to, is he saying he trying to make something happen with these? What was going on?
That nigga must try to become a weightlifter or something. What you trying to do? Bench the whole world, nigga? You gonna be all in church, all clapping on the offering song. Pass me, not dick gonna be hard, all walking around the church. Anyway, but I guess he wants to know: is that normal? Delete his Tinder account. He's 23, but he wants to work on his weaknesses and stop focusing on women. No, I mean I understand that. I mean that's not so bad, but
right.
But without watching porn, though, I mean.
Well, what's his weaknesses though? What is he trying to work on though?
Yeah. Good question, brother. What is your weaknesses, man? Because if you can overcome porn, nigga, what can you not do? You might become a president.
But you know what's funny with that question though? He says I want to stop focusing on women and work on my weaknesses. Is that I noticed that with a lot of guys, they always think that they need to stop interacting with women in order to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do both. You understand this? This is why it's called balance. It's like anything else. It's like saying, I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing to focus on working out. I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing to focus on reading these books. I'm gonna drop everything. You can, or you can have a balance and do both. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing with me. Like, I said to myself, I want to start a business. And, I've been working on this for the past 10 years, and I've been successful at it, but never have I once excluded anything else I've been doing. I've been doing everything else as I was doing the business. I was working out, eating, certain foods, having sex with a whole bunch of girls, fucking going on different, trips or whatever. I'm doing all of that shit. You see what I mean? But it's all about time management and balance. You see what I mean? So,
Hold on a second, brother. I'm sorry about this. JMO 1000. Can I call into the show? please scroll up and look at what I said earlier. Okay. Do you see a call in? I mean, number one, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Do you see a call in number, nigga? Where's the call in number at? Do you see it? Have you ever once heard us say, call this number? I just need to know. Have you heard that? Where did they get you niggas from? Where have I ever said, call into the show, here's the number? Then the nigga puts it not once, but twice. I mean, y'all are regressing. Y'all getting dumber by the minute. I mean, some of y'all, it just don't make no sense. Bruh, all right, I'm sorry, but let me get back to the damn shit. I ain't gonna keep it too long because these niggas are giving me a heart attack, man. You see what I gotta deal with, bro? Do you get this in your live streams, or is it just me?
You know, you want to call in, you know, to see what's up with you, man. He miss you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
1-800-DISCONNECT, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh shit!
You get this in your chat?
I mean, sometimes I'll be letting dudes call up, but you know.
But I mean, but what have we said?
I can't get them to call up. They still be trying to call up. So you know, it all depends. You know what I'm saying?
He keep asking, like, after I put him this in a talk calling show, the nigga puts it again. Can I call in capitalized letters? I mean, bro. God damn. Okay. All right. And let's just. It was something else that I wanted to talk about. Okay, like the fear of rejection, real quick. Okay, K Zaggin, let me put you back on. This was on this one right here. So because I haven't been on this one in like 3 months, K Zaggin. So you got the the moderator wrench on my other channel. So let me ask you this real quick. The rejection piece. Right. Now for me, ugly nigga since 1981. That's when I was born. No problem with getting rejected. I'm like expecting the shit. It's like I get a number. I'm like, really? So these guys are like hard on getting rejected. So let's talk about that piece because they don't want to close the deal. And how's a way to deal with like getting rejected for whatever reason?
Right. I mean, well, the thing is, like, guys just got to understand that rejection is part of it. So you shouldn't try to avoid it. You shouldn't try to get over it. You should more so accept it. You understand that it needs to be an acceptance of rejection. You know what I mean? Like you have to accept that this is going to happen, that it's part of the game. So a lot of dudes, they try to find ways to avoid this shit. They're like, oh, what can I do to make sure I don't get rejected? Or, you know, I'm scared to say this because I think I'm going to get rejected or whatever. Like, embrace that shit. You're supposed to get rejected. Every girl's not going to like you. Every girl's not going to be feeling you. Every girl's not going to want to get with you. And you shouldn't be getting with every girl. It's just not going to happen. You see what I mean? Like, every guy gets, if you're not getting rejected, you're not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? The only time a guy don't get rejected is when he's not doing shit. Any guy that's doing shit gets rejected. That's just part of the situation. And so trying to avoid it is also avoiding success. It's also avoiding, like, you know, getting the girls you want. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that guys gotta understand, is that trying to avoid that is also you avoiding you getting these girls. So don't try to avoid it. Actually embrace it so that you can get the girls, because you can't have one without the other. You understand what I'm saying? It's always that yin and yang. It's that balance. So you got to understand that, you know, it's the like, it's like if you have a quarter, you got the heads and the tails. The heads is the rejection. The tails is, you know, not getting rejected. You can't have one without the other. It's always going to be the two sides of the same coin. So you got to be able to embrace it, and then you're going to be able to, you know, push through that and get to where you want to go. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
let me do this. Shout out to my brother K Zaggin, $5, man. Good to see him.
Zaggin, that's you right there.
Yeah, he always be like, he like the he be commenting your stuff too, right?
I already know about K Zaggin. K Zaggin is on point. K Zaggin need his own channel. That's what he needed to do. Stop playing around.
He put a Negro minister before. He got that Jehovah Witness suit on his profile, but that's I still love it, brother. He's all good. Handing out them watchtowers and shit, nigga. I see you. I still, brother, one charge says, I still want to approach women, but I just want something long lasting, at least the next time. Plus, I am tired of one night stands. Damn, you tired of one night stands?
It happens. It happens.
Woo! Have you ever heard that before?
That happens when you get to that point, man. I would say honestly, I'm at a time in my life where I'm tired of one night stands. You feel what I'm saying? Because dude, it's to the point where you get so advanced in the game where you can go out. I would say, like, at this point, 8 out of 10 times, sometimes 9, but I say 8 out of 10 times when I go out, I could pull a chick that night and just smash if I want to, just a random chick, and then just have sex with her. So it's like sometimes I'll do that where if I want to just go out, I go out to a spot, meet some chicks, and then I get one of them, and then make it happen. But the thing is, after you've did that for so long, and you kind of like, you've been there, done that, whatever, you get to the point where you actually want something more. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, look at it like this. Why do you think a lot of women, because there's certain women that want to have sex, whatever, they just want to hook up, whatever, but why do you think women generally would be like, hey, I want a long-term thing, or I want some guy to be there and all this other stuff? The reason why is because they know they could get sex whenever they want. They've been having one-night stands. They've been getting their back blown out. So it's like, I already done been there, done that. Not saying I won't do it again if I'm in the mood, but I actually would rather something else. See, a guy gets to that level when he's already had a whole bunch of chicks. You see what I'm saying? Most guys haven't had a whole bunch of chicks, so they're still at the level of, hey, I just want to have one-night stands. You see what I mean? So it's different levels to this shit. Once you've experienced certain things, you may see a different perspective where you're like, damn, like, yeah, this fucking around is fun and it's great and it's still fun, but I still also want something else. Like, there's been times where, I shit you not, I've been with certain chicks where they want to fuck, and I would literally tell them, like, listen, let's just chill and watch some Netflix, yo. Like, I'm tired of fucking you right now. I don't feel like fucking tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh boy,
fuck you right now, because I'm like, because we've been fucking all week. I was fucking the other girl. I've been fucking this other girl. It's like, I already had enough fucking. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
When a guy gets to that point where he's had enough fucking, he'll I'm telling you, his mind will be on some other shit. You feel what I'm saying? As far as what else do I see in women and look for in women? You see what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother story, though. We can talk all day on that.
And shout out to my brother John Paul, man, out of the UK. I forgot to mention him. The 2 British pounds, man. My brother, he be always emailing me, man, about how he loves the shows and stuff like that. So shout out to the UK, man. They're our second biggest supporters outside of our African American main audience. So thank you to that, brother. I guess what I want to do, man. Like I said, I love when you come on, man. The brothers is really appreciating when you come on over here. I'd like to do a show if we can on this online dating improvement profile, because not that I'm on there or anything, but maybe I can get some tips from your player. So I want to know, man. When can we have you back over here in the Negro Manosphere universe, player?
Yeah, man. Let me know, man. I'm free. Just let me hit me up and let me know when you're free, and we can we can get it going. I'm down, man.
Okay, cool. So I tell you guys like one thing, like tonight we got the Incel dude coming back, man. Like the dude that we did the show with, right. I can't get no coochie, so he's agreed to come back onto the show. So that should be crazy. So again, you know what I'm saying? So I really want to just thank everybody, man, for those people. Let me do this real quick. For those people who have not subscribed to the brother, do me a favor and press 1. If you have not subscribed to Locario, press 1 in the live chat.
Yeah, it's right.
I need y'all to press 1. Okay, I need y'all to do that if you have not done it. All right, and so I'm about to get some Popeyes and Red Bull. Shout out to you later. So, and if you are doing this is what we need you to do. Go into the okay. Thank you, Oshay. Go into the description of this video, subscribe to my brother right real quick, and then what I'm gonna do again is I'm gonna basically schedule the show to start in about an hour and a half. We're gonna bring the dude back, and then probably what I'll do is maybe people that want to join the panel with him, but you're gonna have to be. You can't just be just any random Negro like this dude JMO, whatever his name was. Because you a weirdo, whoever you were, brother. I hate to say that because you sound like you be stabbing teddy bears and shit. One charge plus having sex with these women ain't easy, Oshay. These women are the truth. Shout out to my brother, man. That's $25, man. Thank you so much, brother. So like the video, guys. Again, man. Anything else you want to let them know, player?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you again for having me on. If you guys need to contact me, hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com. Make sure you go to mrlocario.com to get my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. You got the ebook, hard copy, or audio book, either one. And also make sure you check out badboymembership.com. And so you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month, because I got a lot of stuff on there that'll help you with your approach anxiety, help you know how to talk to women, you know, all that other good stuff that you need to learn. And also for the guys who's having that approach anxiety, I have a program called Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less, and it's only $7. So you can go to MrLocario.com, get that for $7, and step up your game, and you're going out here and approaching these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is.
All right, bro. So again, thank you guys. Yeah, man, all you trolls up in this thing. So good to see y'all, man. Everybody will be on tonight with the Incel podcast do, like within, you know what I'm saying, tonight. So brothers, I appreciate you guys, and you know, I will see you guys later. Yeah, so again, thanks everybody for coming on. Thanks to Locario again, and we'll see you guys another time.
All right, peace. Later.